Good morning, students. I am Manikant Mishra, Modern English School, New Area. So, as we have already started to discuss the characteristics of period, hopefully you understood the valence electron and the valency. In the valence electron, once again just you see it, valence electron, the electron which are present in the outermost shell, that is called valence electron. So along the period, when we move from left to right across the period, the number of valence electron increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the valency first increases and then decreases, because valency of sodium is 1, magnesium 2, aluminum 3, silicon 4, phosphorus 3, sulfur 2, chlorine 1. So across the period, while moving from left to right, across the period, valence electron valency first increases and then decreases. Now next characteristics we are going to discuss, that is a very important, atomic size. First of all, let me tell you what is atomic size. The distance from the nucleus to the outermost shell containing electrons in an isolated atom. The distance between the nucleus to the outermost shell containing an electron in an isolated gaseous atom is called atomic size. What I said, the distance from the nucleus to the outermost shell containing an electron in an isolated gaseous atom is called size of an atom. Now, what happens to the size of an atom while moving from left to right? If you talk about this third period member here, KLM, so it means in all the third cell, the third period, all the members of this period all having the same number of cells. So what do you think, the size will be the same? No, size is going to decrease while moving from left to right. While moving from left to right across the period, the size of an atom decreases. Why size of an atom decreases? My dear student, as you know that the nucleus containing proton, that is a positively charged, and the electron is negatively charged. Now the force acting between this nucleus and the electron is of the electrostatic force. It is a electrostatic force. Now magnitude of electrostatic force, you have studied how to find out the magnitude of electrostatic force of attraction or electrostatic force of repulsion. It is the Coulomb who has given to find out the magnitude of electrostatic force of attraction or electrostatic force of repulsion. Now, as you have already studied that F is electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of their charges. So F, electrostatic force of attraction, is directly proportional to the magnitude of their charges. So you see that what is happening. So while moving from left to right, magnitude of the charge is increasing. Here you see, here is a 11 proton, 11 electron, 12 proton, 12 electron, 13 proton, 13 electron, 14 proton, 14 electron, 15 proton, 15 electron, 16 proton, 16 electron, 17 proton and 17 electron. So what is happening along the period? Along the period, the magnitude of the charge is increasing. So due to magnitude of charge increasing, the electrostatic force of attraction acting between the nucleus and the outermost shell containing electron, or the force acting between the nucleus and the electron becoming stronger and stronger while moving from left to right. So my dear student, what is happening? There is a size contraction is taking place. There is a decrease in the size of an atom takes place, and the net effect is called effective nuclear charge. What is called? Due to increase in the charge, due to increase in the magnitude of the charge, due to which electrostatic force of attraction increases, this effect we call it here as one term we make use, that effective nuclear charge. So while moving from left to right, while moving from left to right across the period, while moving from left to right across the period, while moving from left to right, while moving from left to right across the period, across the period, the size of an atom, the size of an atom decreases due to effective nuclear charge, effective nuclear charge. Due to effective nuclear charge. So the influence of atomic size across the period is what? While moving from left to right across the period, the size of an atom decreases. Size of an atom decreases. So among the third period, sodium is the largest size and chlorine has the smallest size. I am not talking about only the third period, it is the trend in for all. Just I have taken one example of one period, but it is true for all periods. So the first element, it means alkali metal, is the largest in size of its period, and the halogen family is the smallest in size. But when we talk about the inert gas, inert gas has larger size as compared to chlorine, as compared to halogen family. Suppose here is a argon. After chlorine there is a argon. So argon has a larger size as compared to chlorine. Or above it, if you go, then here will be the fluorine. Here will be fluorine. Here will be neon. 2728. Here is a argon 288. So Argon has a bigger size as compared to chlorine. Argon has a bigger in size as compared to chlorine. Neon has a bigger in size as compared to fluorine. So why it happened? Due to its structure stability. Because it has a completely filled outermost cell. It is called structure stability. Due to its structure stability, inert gas have bigger in size as compared to this halogen family. Due to its structure stability. What is structure stability? That outermost cell is completely filled, due to which this halogen, this inert gas family has a bigger size as compared to halogen family. So this is one of the most important factor, because the physical properties as well as chemical properties of an element depends on atomic size. Many times, number of times we have discussed that the tendency of losing electron or tendency of gaining electron. The metal has a tendency to lose electron and non-metal has tendency to gain electron. Metal has a tendency to lose electron. That becomes easier when the size of an atom is bigger. When the size of an atom is smaller, the tendency gets less, because the nucleus is holding the outermost cell electron strongly. So please, these are the very fundamental information for you, not only for the class 10 but for the higher classes. So please keep it in mind. So as I said, this atomic size is a very important factor. Metal has a tendency to lose electron and non-metal has a tendency to gain electron. Metal, if the size of metal is larger, it is easier to lose electron. On the other hand, non-metal, if the size is small, the nucleus welcome those incoming electron. If the size increases, the nucleus do not have interest to welcome those incoming electron. So the chemical reactivity or physical properties as well as chemical properties depends on the size of an atom. So let us see the next characteristics. So one thing I forget to tell you, the size of an atom. The size of an atom is expressed in atomic radii. Just we have discussed what is the atomic radii atomic radius. It is the distance from the nucleus to the outermost cell containing an electron in an isolated gaseous atom. This atomic radius is expressed in the unit called angstrom or picometer. So 1 angstrom equals to 10 to the power minus 10 meter, or 1 picometer equals to 10 to the power minus 12 meter. So atomic radius are generally expressed either of angstrom or picometer. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter, or 1 picometer equal to 10 to the power minus 12 meter. Now let us talk about the next characteristics, reactivity. Reactivity. As the word reactivity comes in our mind, immediately it comes in, the reactivity is nothing but it is a measurement of the losing or gaining of electron. It is a tendency of an element to lose or gain electron. And this losing or gaining of electron is one of the prominent factor. The losing or gaining of electron depends on one of the prominent factor is atomic size. As you know that metal has a tendency to lose electron and non-metal has a tendency to gain electron. So when we talk about the tendency of losing electron, when the distance from the nucleus to the outermost cell of an atom is a larger, then outermost valence electron is loosely held by the nucleus, because from the Coulomb's law, as you know that F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. F force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. It means what? As the distance increases, the force becomes weakened. So, if force becomes weakened, then the valence electron is easily lost. It means their reactivity will be higher. On the other hand, if the valence electron are strongly held by the nucleus, it means if the distance between the nucleus to the outermost cell is less, then force of attraction will be stronger. In that case, the tendency of losing electron will be less. So let us see here sodium, magnesium, aluminum. Now just now we have discussed as we move from left to right, the size of an atom decreases. Is it or not? Tell me. Just we have discussed as we move from left to right across the period, the size of atom decreases due to effective nuclear charge. Now, if the size of atom decreases, it means if you talk about the sodium and magnesium, out of sodium and magnesium, magnesium is smaller in size as compared to sodium. So sodium can lose electron easily as compared to magnesium. If you talk about the sodium and aluminum is yet smaller in size, even smaller than magnesium. So the aluminum has little tough to lose electron. And the another factor is here, sodium has to lose 1 electron, but magnesium has to lose 2 electron, aluminum has to lose 3 electron. So what happens? One thing is first, even the size is smaller, it means its electrostatic force of attraction acting between them is strong. So the tendency of losing electron decreases. Tendency of losing electron decreases due to decrease in the size of an atom. Due to decrease in the size of an atom. So up to here, what will happen? The tendency of losing electron decreases due to decrease in the size of an atom. Tendency of losing electron decreases across the period due to decrease in the size of an atom. Now let us talk about the phosphorus. Phosphorus has 5 electrons in their valence shell. So phosphorus has a tendency to gain electron. Now if you talk about the phosphorus and sulfur, out of phosphorus and sulfur, first of all, phosphorus needs 3 electrons and sulfur needs only 2 electrons. and the size of sulfur is smaller than as compared to phosphorus. Like आपके घर का कोई अपना भाई अपनी बहन अगर कोई बाहर से आते हैं then you are waiting eagerly. लेकिन अगर आपका चचेरा कोई आ गया तो आपको सर में दर्द हो जाता है, बिकॉज आपसे उनका डिस्टेंस, आपसे उनका रिलेशन का डिस्टेंस काफी ज्यादा है. दैट्स व्हाई यू डोंट वांट टू वेलकम दोस रिलेटिव्स, चचेरा का चचेरा. But at the same time, when your own brother, own sister-in-law, brother-in-law comes on, then you are eagerly waiting. So it means what? If the distance relation between you and that person is very close, then you are welcoming. You are very much happy. Time to time you are calling, where are you now? No, again and again you are making a call. What? It express your happiness. No? So similarly, out of phosphorus and sulfur is smaller in size. So sulfur immediately want to receive those incoming electron. Now if you talk about the sulfur and chlorine has yet smaller in size as compared to sulfur. Not only the chlorine has a smaller in size, but chlorine has to receive 1 electron, but sulfur has to receive 2 electrons. So now, my dear student, what is happening if you talk about the phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine? Phosphorus is least reactive, sulfur is more reactive than phosphorus, and chlorine is more reactive than sulfur. So it means what? Reactivity increases. Reactivity increases from phosphorus. Reactivity increases. And here up to silicon reactivity decreases. So what is it? What is the trend along the period? First decreases and then increases. So while moving from left to right across the period, the reactivity first decreases and then increases. What is the trend of chemical reactivity? While moving from left to right across the period, reactivity first decreases and then increases. So please watch the video honestly. Though many of you are not watching, it discourages the person who are making this video, making a lot of effort. But you people are not able to understand, simply wasting your time and making a lot of excuse. So that all you will be in trouble. So please honestly you watch this video, and if you have any doubt then please let me know. Thank you. Have a nice day.